Hi, it's Andrea. Welcome to Healthy Lifestyle Over 40. I'm Andrea, I'm a nutritional therapist, and I love to help ladies over the age of 40 get to grips with their hormone levels so they can balance them out and get on with their lives so they can look good and feel good inside and out. My video today, I want to talk about brain health. I think as we're getting older over the age of 40 and you start having some symptoms of hormone imbalances and other things, and maybe you've walked into a room and you don't know why you've walked into that room, and you just have to take a few seconds to think, yes, that's it. Maybe you're getting in mid-sentence talking about something and all of a sudden you've lost your train of thought and you can't remember what you were talking about. Maybe you're having a lack of clarity, you've got concentration dips, your mood's dipping. This is all a sign that you could have some inflammation in your brain. And you can identify what's going on by assessing what the triggers are. So it's not really much of a to worry about, because you can sort of get to grips with it and look at your triggers and see what you can do to sort it out. If you went to your GP about it, it's not really a test that you can do. It's not really a condition. They would probably say it's all part of the normal process of aging. You just have a little bit of memory problems, forgetting where you've put your car keys and things like that. It's just all a normal part of aging. But there are things that you can do about it. I'm just going to talk about some things that you can identify what's going on, what's causing this brain fog. And I just wanted to mention something. I love Christiane Northrup. And she says that during perimenopause, as we're getting older, what's happening is the left side of your brain is transferring over to the right side of your brain. So you have far more initiative. So don't worry about it. Try and relax about it all, because your brain continues to create new brain cells for lifetime. And you don't start losing brain cells after the age of 25, so you can get smarter with age. The hippocampus in your brain does get a bit smaller, and the overall volume of your brain does decrease a bit when you get getting older, but it's not the same as the brain atrophy associated with dementia and Alzheimer's disease, so it's nothing to worry about there. It's all about keeping the oxygen moving around in your body. Like exercise will help keep the oxygen getting into your brain, and so you've got more mental clarity that way with exercise. So what can be causing it? We know that I've talked about hormone imbalances, and the first hormone that I want to talk about associated with some brain fog is blood sugar, insulin. And what happens is it can affect your neurotransmitters in your brain, your feel-good hormones. And neurotransmitters work like hormones do. They act like messengers as well. They like a postman. It goes around your body, sending a message around your body and sending messages in your brain. So that's how your hormones and your neurotransmitters work together. So that's what's happening. If you're having some brain fog, if you can identify you're having too much sugar in your diet. Because what happens is when your blood sugars are unstable, it's the amino acids that make neurotransmitters dopamine and serotonin can't cross over your blood-brain barrier, and so these neurotransmitters can't be made because you're not making if your blood sugar's going up and down, so it's probably low blood sugar a lot, so you're not getting enough sugar into your brain to make these neurotransmitters. So another sign of that happening is if you've got sugar cravings and your brain's crying out for sugar. It's saying, oh, give me some sugar. I know I've not got enough energy to work and I can't think straight. So that's what it's all about regarding insulin and blood sugar. So that's the first one. The next one is estrogen. So you could have some brain fog around your period when estrogen's going low, and during your period when estrogen's low. So you can have some brain fog around that time. So you can identify with that. Okay, it's my period, I've got a bit of brain fog. Then you know what's going on there. So also for thyroid problems as well, if you're having problems with your thyroid not working right, that can reduce the blood flow to your brain as well. When you're feeling fatigued, or you've got dry skin, or your hair's not right, you've got some hair falling out, so that it could be a sign that your thyroid's not being distributed around your body correctly. And that can be affected by cortisol. the stress hormone. Because when your stress levels are too high, then you're under a lot of stress, and your adrenal glands are constantly producing cortisol. That's when you can have some thyroid problems as well, because you've got reduced blood flow, and that's stopping your thyroid from working correctly. So that can affect your brain health as well. So another thing, those are the hormones, and now there's toxins in your diet as well that are around us. Toxins in your diet, toxins in your house, in the atmosphere. They can all contribute to some brain fog as well, because our brain is made up of 60% fat. So if we're not getting enough essential fat as well in our diet, that can affect brain health. So plastics as well, that can affect your brain health if you like plastics that contain BPA. So look out for plastics that contain no BPA, and BPA is bisphenol A. So that's a toxin that can affect brain health. Another toxin that can affect brain health is skincare, looking at household products as well. So yeah, back to essential fats. I was talking about essential fats being essential part of your diet, because you need fat in your brain, because your brain's made up of 60% fat. You want to be careful with toxins, because toxins can get stored in your fat cells as well. So you can get some toxins in your brain, that'll be in your brain cells, fat cells in your brain. So that's why if you can try and reduce the toxic load in your diet, in your home, the skincare that you're putting on your skin, and also look at the fish, because you do need essential fats in your diet, but it's important that you're not eating too much fish every day, because that can cause a mercury buildup as well, because that's toxic. You have too much mercury in your blood. So I would cut back to fish at least a couple of times a week, and try and eat fish with smaller mouths, because they tend to be less toxic, less mercury. Fish like sardines or anchovies. A lot of the fish oil supplements are made with anchovies and sardines. So if you don't eat lots of fish, then take a fish oil supplement. Like myself, I take fish oil supplements because I don't eat lots of fish myself. And also maybe prawns is another good one. Prawns. So the next one I want to talk about is nutrient deficiencies. Some nutrient deficiencies can cause brain fog as well, especially vitamin D. If you're not getting enough sunlight, that can affect your brain health. And because of oxygen in your blood, it's your vitamin B12, your iron levels, so that can make you a bit fatigued, and your brain being a bit foggy because your levels are dropping, your levels aren't very, very high. So I'd recommend that if your fatigue's going for a long period of time, and it's prolonged and it's not coming and going, it might be an idea to go to your doctor and get your nutrients checked out, especially vitamin D, vitamin B12 and your iron, to see if you're deficient in any of those, and that's causing your brain fog as well. So getting enough sleep as well. Sleep can affect your thinking if you haven't got enough sleep, because your brain does detoxify at night. So it's important that you look at your sleep and get enough sleep as well. Psychological stress, that can cause brain fog. You know, if you've got a lot of stress in your life, I was just talked about cortisol and the stress levels going up, that can affect cortisol, your stress hormone. It can affect your thyroid, it can affect your blood sugar, because your insulin levels are going to go up when you're stressed out. So yeah, try and keep your psychological stress in check, so you'll know yourself if you're stressed out, and if you're going through a stressful period, to try and get that under control. And then the last one is medications. Medications can affect your brain health as well. So medications that you might be taking. So look at those as well. And digestion. Digestion is a big one. That will play a big role in brain health. And a lot of the serotonin, is your happy hormone, is made in your gut. So it's important that you have good, your gut health is good, and you have motility is working correctly. You go into the toilet at least once a day to have bowel movement, so that indicates that there's no inflammation there and everything's moving right, because that can cause brain fog as well. Some inflammation in your brain if your digestion's not healthy. So you want to keep the toxins moving out of your body with regular bowel movements. If you have some food sensitivities, that could cause brain fog if you might have some food sensitivities. So that's another thing to look at with digestion. If your digestion is quite strong, you'll have less food sensitivities as well. So yeah, so I just want to recap what I've just said. There's the 4 hormones that can affect your brain health. Nutrient deficiencies, so get checked for B12, iron and vitamin D if you think that you might be deficient in those. If you've got morning and afternoon brain fog, it could be cortisol, your stress levels, it could be thyroid not working correctly, depression and cravings. That may be due to neurotransmitters, your dopamine and serotonin not working in your brain properly, the sugar's not getting in your brain correctly, so that can cause your cravings and your depression there. So try and reduce the sugar. And then, you know, your brain fog around your period, so that's with the lower estrogen going down. And then stress related, try and control your stress levels. So yeah, so that's my my video on brain health today, ladies. I hope you find that helpful. Please give me a thumbs up if you like my video, and I'll see you again in the next video. Thanks for watching today. Please subscribe to my channel so you get you'll get told when I'm going to be posting more videos for you. You can find me in my Facebook group if you want to join. I've put the details below this video. Come along and have a chat with all the other ladies that are in my perimenopause group. So thanks for watching. Have a great day. Take care of yourself. Bye.